Welcome back, everyone, to Open Line. Glad you're with us. We're talking about the Nathan Bedford Forrest bust. Should it be removed from the state capitol? Big vote will take place tomorrow. We have with us Rick Staples, Representative Rick Staples from Knoxville. He's joining us from Knoxville via Zoom. Outside, looks like a beautiful day there. And we're just taking a bunch of calls. We have a bunch of calls. I'm just going to go to the phones here. Let's go now to Taylor. Hello, Taylor.
Well, good evening, Ben and Representative. This is a good subject on the eve of this vote. We're glad that Ann gave us a roundup of what her daughter's actions and projects are. I'd like to get back to maybe the beginning of this whole thing and remind those that make it a problem that current office holders had anything to do with this bust. The bust was put in place by a Democratic governor and a Democratic legislature that had a supermajority in both the House and the Senate at the time this took place. Okay, it's 2020. We've got a Republican House, Senate with a supermajority in both, and a Republican governor. They are agreeing to take this down. It's the governor's first term, and I don't think there's going to be any huge resistance to this. There may be a couple of country quacks that have something to say about it, but it's the right thing to do. But I'd just like for it to be brought out how it got here and who has started the whole problem of this particular one.
Well, that's interesting, Taylor. Okay.
If this is going to be the first of many, probably 10 people in the representatives district have never seen that bus. It's really kind of a nothing, but it needs to come down and will. But I want the credit to go where the credit is due, both their work, but also the work of the governor and this legislature.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so Taylor bringing up that this went up again in 1978. It was put up, Senator Doug Henry, a Democrat from Nashville, was, I understand, somebody who was behind it. He's saying there was a Democrat governor, Democrat supermajority. That makes sense based on the time frame. And now here we have a Republican governor, Republican supermajority, and it's coming down. What about that thought there from Taylor?
Well, that goes back to the statements I made earlier that you dare not politicize this, that it's going to take Democrats and Republicans to make this happen. A Democratic majority put it up there. You needed African Americans who are Democrats to fight to bring it down. And we planted a seed to make that happen. And now a Republican governor has spoke out about he wants to see it see it move to the state museum. So that is parties working in concert to serve the wishes of those that elected us and working in concert to say, hey, we hear the cries of Tennesseans, young and old, that do not care about party lines. They want to see action steps. And so that's what we're doing.
Okay, interesting. Taylor, thanks for that call. Let's go to Steve. Hello, Steve.
Yes, Nick, I turned your show in a little late. What did the governor say today? Did he make a statement today? I'm sorry, I missed that news.
Governor Lee did. He called for the Nathan Bedford Forrest bus to be relocated to a museum. So he made a statement today during his news conference. I believe it was at 3 o'clock. And he will speak tomorrow before the state capitol commission.
Right, that's my understanding, but I didn't know he made this statement today. Well, I wrote a letter to him about a month ago on this very issue, telling him that I felt like not only African Americans, but there's plenty of other Tennesseans like myself that would like to see that bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest removed from the Capitol. I felt like there were plenty of Tennesseans who have shown justice and equality, have been part of their programs that could be honored there. And I felt like the governor was not showing any leadership at the previously he's been saying, well, we need to have more dialogue in this issue, et cetera, and not merely taking a position. I suggested he talked to the former governor, Bill Haslam, who did make an effort to try to get the statue removed and asked for that for the legislature, and it was turned down, I believe. But anyway, I'm very glad to hear that he is making this effort. I think it is showing leadership that we needed in this, and it is definitely not a political issue at all. It's an issue about who we honor. And as I said, I feel bad not only for Tennesseans, but I feel bad for all the people from out of town who come to visit Nashville and tour the Capitol and see that bus there and think these people are honoring this man. I think it's it's shocking and would be shocking to the people who come from out of state, and so I hope that we will. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. I want to see both commissions vote positive before I make any. But I'm glad to see the governor make a stand.
Steve, thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know. We want to comment on that, Representative Staples?
What Steve said was perfect. That's been the crux of what I've been speaking to. He said it perfectly. He wrote a letter. This is for Tennesseans. Shouldn't be politicized. This is just the right thing to do. It affects blacks and whites in a negative way, and we're speaking in unison. And at the end of the day, my mother just turned 82 June 24th, and I hope she sees something like this take place and feel a sense of pride that her son had something to do with making this happen. I hope that my 6-year-old, as he reads this in the history books, somebody tells him your daddy had something to do with that. And so that's what we're fighting for. And I think that's what's most important.
All right, we're going to take another break. Mark, James, others, hold on the line. We'll get to your call. If you want to call in, a couple lines open. That's the number 615-737-PLUS. 615-737-7587. Take a break. Be back right after this.